감사합니다. Okay, so I've just had dinner at a Korean chicken place where they cook the chickens in the front window, and they only charged us $11 for the chicken, and then you get a whole bunch of vegetables and salads, and anyway, I had a beer and some drinks. Anyway, it was $20 for the whole thing. So I'm going to put a map for this video, and you can have a look. Anyway, so all the locals are looking at us because they're not used to us pale-looking people, Australians. So what I'm going to do is take you to a walkthrough of the local traditional market. And sorry, there's a taxi coming up behind me here. To go almost anywhere in Seoul in a taxi is going to cost you $30, $40. So we haven't been doing the taxi thing. And Uber doesn't seem to exist here. It's 2017 if you're watching this. Yeah, the Uber thing hasn't quite taken off. It may not be legal or allowed by the Korean government. In Thailand it's illegal. In Thailand they risk being fined $400 if they're caught Ubering. So the local taxis drive into them, smash their cars up, and basically give them a hard time. So I'm going to switch the camera around so you can see what's going on. Just as a side note, Tous les Jours is one of the nicest bakeries around. I'm just going to see what happened to my family. Oh yeah, they're hiding. This is kind of like Paris baguette. But if you're a Westerner and you would, well, especially in Australia, cake shops just don't have this level of amazing cakes. I mean, cakes that look so good, you just have to eat them. And yeah, the bakery stuff here is quite... Ooh, donuts. I mean, donuts are not good for the size of my belly. Sometimes the donuts can be a bit more like bread with sugar though. Often you can make the mistake of getting something that looks sweet only to find out it's got garlic on it. And that's not very nice. Anyway, so this is just your standard downtown backstreet Seoul. These little cute boys. Oh, there's a puppy shop. How many puppies have they got? Just one? One puppy. Okay, so we're going to walk through the wet market, or the fresh market, because it's always interesting to see how other people do their grocery shopping. There's a bunch of kimchi. That young man's doing some pork knuckle. Amazing amount of pork knuckle. Octopus legs. That's his prices there. So make sure you come and see his 400 grams for $5. Not bad. Here's the barbecue chicken lady. You can have a whole chicken for $6, deep fried and battered. Of course, the locals are all looking at us like, who are you people? This lady's got some massive chilies. You see those chilies? Incredible. Anyway, here's the wet market of the fish. Clearly they're all dead. The restaurants usually have live fish. Here's the marinated kimchi and marinated meats. Have you seen a marinated tray of meats like that before? Not really. For those of you who like sushimi, this is sushimi ready to go-y. Sashimi ready to go-y, you like that? Crabs. All right, some crabs, yeah. And crab claws ready to stir fry at home with some garlic, etc., etc. Some nice... Look at those clams and some mussels. Here's your dried fare, your beans and your dried fish and your flavourings, and more beans and dried fish and flavourings. And here's some prickly sticks, which I have no idea what they are, but they must be awesome. This gentleman here has a very tidy shop. Look how clean it is. Scoot over there and have a look. Lots of fermented food is actually very healthy for you, believe it or not. And that's why the Asians are healthier and live longer than the rest of us, because they eat a lot of fish, they get their omega-3s, and they have fermented food. I think the squid's had his day though. What do you think? Okay, so here's some sweets, some cakes. They're very traditional cakes. More fermented food. And they ferment more than kimchi here, obviously. There's just trays and trays of fermented and marinated. Alright, so here's some deep fried snacks for the people who are hungry on the go. That's not a snack, that's a real dog. Here's your dried fish man. They've got a little bit of, that's a little bit of seaweed nori. Like, they eat the smallest little sweet potatoes here. Our farmers leave those on the ground when they're that small. Look at these chilies, they're translucent. It's amazing. That's the chili man in there probably. More cakes, deep fried stuff. We've got some clothes there, which is kind of out of the way. This man's doing mushrooms. The funniest looking mushrooms. There you go. Now that's a turnip. Things are going to turn out all right. Get it? Turn out. Oh dear. Squashed seeds. Lots of fresh vegetables. Oh wow, look at all the fermented food here. Here's your marinated crabs ready to go. There's a lot of deep fried, we call that tempura vegetables. More donuts. More donuts. I do love the amount of variety they have. This is the dumpling lady. And more kimchi. More sweets. It's starting to repeat itself, isn't it? Oh, now here's the pork place. This guy is obviously the pork place. I'd say he's got the best pork and it's the best value. And no, we're not going to eat the dog. These ladies are a machine. It saves you having to cook, doesn't it? It's all happening. So you just buy per kilo. Oh, hello. More seafood. And some more fresh. So I have no idea what these are. I kind of wish I knew, because they're everywhere now. Maybe it's that yellow thing that we get served every night. And that was the wet market. And I'll show you on the video where this was. But we're back on the street now. So yeah, there's a look at a traditional Korean wet market. That was interesting. Not good for meals, but good for snacking. Snacking in Seoul.